The colonization of Mercury, the innermost planet in our solar system, remains an idea grounded in science fiction rather than reality. While Mercury offers many challenges to colonization, there are also interesting opportunities that make it an intriguing candidate for future exploration and potentially habitation, though technological advancements would be required to overcome the obstacles. Below is a detailed exploration of the subject. Challenges of colonizing Mercury. Mercury presents unique challenges for human colonization due to its extreme environment. These challenges are related to its distance from the Sun, lack of atmosphere, and extreme temperatures. Extreme temperatures. Mercury experiences the most extreme temperature fluctuations in the solar system. The planet's day, one full rotation, is 59 Earth days long, and its year, one orbit around the Sun, is just 88 Earth days. Because it lacks a thick atmosphere to regulate temperature, temperatures can vary dramatically from 173 degrees Celsius, 279 degrees Fahrenheit, at night to 427 degrees Celsius, 800 degrees Fahrenheit, during the day. Colonists would have to find ways to survive in both the blistering heat and the freezing cold. Lack of atmosphere. Mercury has a very thin atmosphere, primarily composed of oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium, and potassium, but it is so thin that it cannot support human life. This makes it impossible for Mercury to retain heat at night and creates an environment with high levels of radiation. Radiation. Due to its proximity to the Sun, Mercury is exposed to intense solar radiation. Unlike Earth, it does not have a magnetic field or a thick atmosphere to shield it from this radiation. Colonists would have to create structures that can provide protection from harmful solar and cosmic radiation. Gravity. Mercury's gravity is about 38% of Earth's gravity. While this is lower than Earth's gravity, it is not as weak as the Moon's gravity, about 16%. Long-term exposure to reduced gravity could have detrimental effects on the human body, including muscle atrophy and bone density loss, requiring advanced technologies to counteract these effects. Resources. Mercury is rich in metallic elements, especially iron. This could potentially provide valuable resources for construction and manufacturing, but extracting these metals would require advanced mining technologies and dealing with the extreme environmental conditions. Two, possible locations for colonization. If colonizing Mercury were to become a possibility, the most viable places for human habitation would likely be near the poles, specifically the polar craters that remain in permanent shadow. Polar craters. Mercury's polar regions are the most stable environments on the planet. The craters at the poles are always in shadow, and scientists believe that they may contain water ice. The discovery of water ice in these regions is a crucial factor for human colonization, as water is essential for survival. The temperature in these craters remains relatively constant and cold, which would help mitigate the extreme temperature swings seen on the rest of the planet. These areas could serve as bases for human colonies, as ice could potentially be mined for drinking water, oxygen, and hydrogen for fuel. Underground habitats. Given the harsh surface conditions, colonists may have to live underground or in sheltered environments. The underground could provide natural protection against the extreme heat, radiation, and micrometeorite impacts. Shielding would be necessary to protect human habitats from solar radiation and cosmic rays. Infrastructure and technology required to colonize Mercury. We would need to develop advanced infrastructure and technology to tackle the challenges of the environment. Thermal regulation. Developing energy-efficient systems that can regulate temperatures would be crucial. Colonists would need reliable thermal protection, likely involving insulated domes or underground tunnels to shield them from the extreme temperature changes. Solar power could be used during the day, but storing energy for the night would require innovative energy storage solutions. Radiation protection. Colonists would need to use materials capable of blocking radiation. Lead and other dense materials may be used for shielding, but this would add to the structural weight. Advances in magnetic shielding could potentially be developed to provide protection from solar and cosmic radiation, as seen in experimental concepts for Mars. Life support systems. Mercury's lack of atmosphere means that colonists would need to create artificial environments. Advanced life support systems would be needed to provide breathable air, food, and water. Recycling systems would be essential for sustainability. Hydroponics or other forms of space agriculture would be necessary to grow food in controlled environments, as the planet's surface does not support plant life. Transportation. Transporting supplies to Mercury would be difficult due to its proximity to the Sun and the need for efficient propulsion systems. Colonists would likely rely on spacecraft for travel, with possible use of nuclear-powered spacecraft or solar sails for transportation between Mercury and other locations in the solar system. Potential benefits of colonizing Mercury. While colonizing Mercury poses many challenges, there are potential benefits that could make it worthwhile. Access to resources. Mercury is thought to contain a significant amount of metallic ores, especially iron, nickel, and cobalt, which could be valuable for future construction projects in space or even on Earth. These materials could be mined and used for building infrastructure, spacecraft, or tools. Solar energy. Due to Mercury's proximity to the Sun, it receives far more sunlight than Earth. This could make it an excellent location for solar energy production. Solar power could be used to support colony activities, and the excess energy could be stored or transmitted to other locations in the solar system. Strategic location. Mercury's position as the closest planet to the Sun could provide an advantageous location for a future space transportation hub or a scientific research station. Its proximity to the Sun could make it a key location for studying the solar system, solar phenomena, and interplanetary travel. Timeline and feasibility. Currently, colonizing Mercury is not within the realm of immediate possibility. It would require advancements in space engineering, energy production, and life support technologies. Additionally, it would likely require international collaboration and a massive investment of resources. Estimates for the timeline of Mercury colonization would likely be centuries away, possibly around the late 22nd century or beyond, depending on how quickly technological developments progress. The role of space agencies like NASA, ESA, and private companies such as SpaceX could play key roles in the exploration and potential colonization of Mercury. Future missions could involve orbiters, rovers, and human spaceflight to better understand the planet's environment and determine whether it is feasible for human habitation. In the near future, robotic missions could lay the groundwork for future colonization by mapping the surface, identifying resources, and testing technologies in preparation for human missions. Conclusion. While the idea of colonizing Mercury is an intriguing possibility, it is currently far from feasible due to the planet's extreme conditions. Overcoming the challenges of temperature regulation, radiation protection, and resource acquisition would require breakthroughs in technology. However, as humanity's capabilities in space exploration continue to advance, Mercury could one day be a key player in the solar system's future.